Hello students. Today we're going to be doing a geometric shape design and we're using just random plastic lids or cups to make different shapes for a design. And if you look at this example, I used geometric shapes and I traced them onto a white piece of paper, and I used crayon on mine. So let's get started. So you will need a piece of paper. You could use a piece of copy paper, a sketchbook paper, maybe a light construction paper if you have one, or lined paper, whatever you have. And then you're going to look around for different containers that you could use for tracing. So I have a plastic lid. I have a little Dixie cup, or a little container that I could use, a plastic cup. Here's a little metal lid. And you could also, get some pieces of cardboard paper from cereal boxes and cut out some shapes that you could use. You look around and see what you can find around your house to make your shape design. So you can start anywhere you want, and you probably would want to use a pencil to trace your shapes. So I could put a shape in the middle and trace my first shape. Hold. Oh, broke my pencil. So I need to get a new pencil. So I traced one, and then if you want to overlap is when you take another shape and put it on top. And I trace my triangle on top. And then I'm going to just go and switch to another container or a cup. And I'm going to trace this. You can hold it down with one hand and trace it. Maybe a rectangle. You could space out the shapes a little bit. So I'm tracing with pencil. Maybe I'll put one over here. Then you decide after you do that if you want to use marker or color pencil, or if you have crayons at home, you could use that to add color to it. So I'm going to trace a little bit more overlapping of shapes over here. Put maybe one more shape over here. Once you have enough shapes, I wouldn't have too many shapes because you'd be having a lot of areas to kind of color in. You could trace over it with a marker your lines. So you could trace it with like any colored marker if you would like. If you have marker. If you don't have marker, maybe you could use a pen, or maybe you could use a color pencil to trace your shapes. And then after everything is traced, then you can start using your colors and what you would like to add color to. So with this shape, it's overlapping this circle. So I'm just going to add a little color to that little shape that's overlapping. And then I'm going to switch and use a different color here. If you don't want to use crayon for coloring your shapes, maybe you could use maybe highlighters if you don't have crayon. So use the materials that you have available. So if you look at my finished example right here, I have some overlapping of my geometric shapes, and I switched colors. So this rectangle right here has one little area that's orange, one little area that is green, and one little area that is blue. So I kind of did some overlapping, and it makes some really cool design. So your design will look different from mine. Maybe you can take your geometric shapes and make a picture out of it and then color it. So we're going to do that and have fun.